Namaste guys and welcome to TensorFlow series in Python. So basically in this video I'm going to talk about constant and variables, how to define them, declare them, how to see correct output and lots more. Okay, remember in here I'm going to use TensorFlow 2 version, okay, not 1 because Google is soon going to end the support of 1.x versions and only 2 version is going to support in future onwards. So first let's see how to define a constant. Suppose a tf dot constant. Okay. So first I'm going to define a 1D tensor. So let's say to print a. Now shift enter. When I run this code, you will see that I got the output like this. But I have only defined two. What the hell is this shape 1D into 32? Okay. I don't want to see that. So what I can type is dot numpy. Basically what this does that it converts the our values into a array format. Okay. Now let's define TensorFlow in 2D, two dimension or 2D array. Okay. So let's see how to do that in Power. Let's say that the variable is b tf dot constant square brackets 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. Now print b, sorry for that, and shift enter. So here you can see. Now again type dot numpy so we don't see these things. Here you notice something that my data type is in 32. What if I don't want to make my data type in 32 or something else? Okay, so what we can do, simply go here, type comma, type d type, that means data type, and type tf dot float 32 or 64 is up to your requirements. Okay, now shift enter. So here you can see. Now if I remove this numpy line and enter again, sorry, shift enter, you will see now my data type is float 32 type. Remember, by convention the TensorFlow take int as a convention. Okay, so if you want to change it data type, you need to define it. Okay, now I have defined b. You can also type print b dot shape, shift enter. So here you can see it telling me the dimensions of my array. Similarly, you can also type b dot d type or data type. So here you can see it is defining, it is telling me what is my data type. Now a question is how, where is constant is used. So constant is basically used that you know that the value is going to remain constant throughout your artificial intelligence deep learning program. Okay, for example bias, you define a bias that you know that is going to remain constant throughout your program. Okay, at that point you will use constant. So a question is where does variable use. So first let's see how to define the variable. Let's just say ctf dot capital V. Okay, here the variable V is capital. Okay, now define your matrix. Let's say 2 comma 3 print c, enter. So here you can see my I have defined variable, and here is actual output. And if I want to see what is my data type of c dot d type, so you can see it is int. So to make it float, I have already told you what you can do. So a question is where is variable used. So variable is used, for example, weightage. Remember, variable are those parameter in tensor which are mutable, means that you can change, or while running the code it will change, its value will going to be changed. For example, you have given weightage to your nodes. So while running the code to optimize it, your variable value will change. Okay, so where you use tf.variable command, and constant is for those where you are not going to change. Okay, and remember, constant is immutable. It means that it cannot be changed with respect to when you code or execute. Okay, so if you want to still learn about more about this, check out the blog link in description. You will get better details. And I'm creating a playlist for this. So more videos are coming on it about how to use TensorFlow. And if you're facing problem, for example, you don't know how to install this and you're facing problems, example, attribute error, etc., etc. So just check out the blog link in description. I have provided details, so it will clear all your doubts. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any kind of doubts and queries, make sure that you ask in comments. Thanks for watching and have a great day.